All right, so this is a 2020 Ram 1500 Limited with adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist. Putting Comma AI on it. The hardest part so far about the install is pulling this piece off. This is the first piece you got to pull off, and I watched a couple of videos. One guy ended up breaking this piece, and then I also watched another video where Comma AI was doing it, and watched those guys do it a couple of times. What they did is they just jammed their fingers up here as hard as they could, grabbed that lip, which is this lip right here, and just pulled down. And you just pull down with both your fingers and this piece should pop off, and hopefully none of the clips break. Next thing you do is take your trim tool. One guy said screwdriver. I don't recommend that. Last thing you want to do is break the glass. And you just reach your trim tool up in there. There are a couple of spots that look like screwdriver spots where you can reach your trim tools up in there. But I just put the trim tool in there and torque it like that. I don't pry down, I just twist it. So slide it up and twist it, and it pops down. So I'd already broken off the other pieces, so that's why it came down like that. Once you're in here, then you can go and start plugging into that guy and using the wiring harness and then running the wiring. So I'll do that next. All right, so got these pieces. They hook in to right there, and it does say RAM, it's for the RAM. And this is the in and out that gets plugged in to the camera and radar, and that is what goes back to the OBD2. All right, got those two connectors put in, and I took the 3M tape off that guy, and I'm just going to stick them up here. Where do I want to stick them? Ooh. See, the problem is I gotta watch out for these pieces, because this piece clips in right here and here, and that is this guy right here and here. So just need to make sure I don't put them somewhere that's going to interfere with that. But there's tons of space in there, it looks like, so if I just miss it, I think it's fine. So I'm going to put them facing this way. I hope he's out of the way enough. I don't know if you can tell. Let's see here. No, you can't. Let me put the flash on. So, not much space. Right. And it's tight. Right here. So hopefully that's enough space. We'll find out if I have to take it apart. I saw a video where a guy gave some pretty good information about not wanting your cables to come over your airbags. I think that's good information. Don't want that cable keeping the airbag from coming out. So I'm going to put the cable up over the airbag and run back over here. And so what I did is I took the cable off of the Comma, and I'm going to fish the cable up. It's stuck. All right, got the cable run up over the airbag, and then it's going to be pulled up to the headliner and then hidden in there for going to the dongle for Comma. All right, got the cable run, and let's just plug it in. Okay, hopefully all that still fits. And so now need to run the cable down into the OBD2 down there. All right, so I have fished the cable all the way down here. I pulled this piece off. You just grab it and pull it back, and it pops right off. And then to get it back in, you got to go back straight in this way. Put the cable there, and that is, let's see, where's the OBD2? There it is. That's where the OBD2 port is, right there. So pretty easy to get to. Just gonna zip tie all these wires up and out of the way, and that is that for this. So pretty easy installation if you know what you're doing and how to do it. The hardest part, like I said, is getting that stupid little centerpiece off, which I had to watch a couple of videos and I was afraid I was going to break it. But yeah, you just reach up here with your finger, grab it, pull pretty hard, and pray that you don't break the thing. Boom. And now it's working. So I connected the, let me turn the flash on real quick. I connected the power cord that plugs into the dongle. So that is going down to there, and then let's get started. So let me connect to the Wi-Fi and then we will go from there. All right, we are connected, I think, and we can continue. So I will just install OpenPilot. I want to install Frog Pilot, I think it is, but I'm going to do OpenPilot to begin with. And so download, and this will take a while from what I understand. I've seen people do this and they speed it up like 20 or 200 times and it takes a really long time to download. But we will check back in a few minutes. Alright, so got to go through what OpenPilot is to train myself on how to use it. The install only took like 3 minutes, I'd say, maybe less. So I was pretty surprised by that. Some people seem like it took a long time. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Made it through all of the training stuff. I passed. Excellent score. Go me. And now it's on to pairing my phone with this device. So I'm going to do that and I'll get back to you. Alright, so I've installed AI, the original, and drove around on it and it was okay. But what I didn't like is I had to turn on the adaptive cruise control to make it work, and so, or make the lane keep assist work, or the steering work. I'd rather have it to where it's always doing lane and not have to turn it on and off. So installing Frog Pilot gives you more options, and then OpenPilot does. OpenPilot's pretty locked down on what you can and can't do. Hopefully I can turn the chime on and off. That was kind of annoying every time it turns on and off. So we'll see how well Frog Pilot works with this RAM 1500. So OpenPilot is doing everything, but I am going to slow down and I am going to be ready for the turn. I am nervous. Okay, it's doing it, it's doing it, it's doing it, and it's doing it. Got my hand on the, ready to grab the steering wheel, watching everything, but it's doing it. Let's see how it goes. Doing everything pretty good. Alright, well that was a little scary, but it did it. Turn the cruise control back up to 65. And I've got it on chill mode towards like the least aggressive. That's what I like. It's not having to downshift as deep. That's what the stock, I think it's lateral or longitudinal, I can't remember which one it is, but the gas pedal one was way too aggressive for me. So I put it as low as you could on Frog Pilot, and it seems to be better. So again, we'll see what it does. It's exiting nicely. Give myself maximum distance here. It's braking a little bit aggressively, but not too bad. Love to keep changing lanes. Okay, a little scary there. Didn't think it was going to catch the lane, but it did. And this is my first drive with Frog Pilot, so still trying to see how everything works. Let's see what happens here. Is it just going to accelerate? Some steering reset. Just going to follow these trucks. And what I've noticed is that when adaptive cruise control is on, this button, the steering is always going. So you can have adaptive cruise control on, just on but not set, and it will steer the wheel. Like right now I can hit the brakes and it is off of OpenPilot, or it's off of adaptive cruise control, so now I'm just using my foot to accelerate and brake, but I'm not using my hands to steer. So that's kind of nice. That's what I wanted. Is I wanted the the lane keep assist to always be on, not have to have cruise control on. And I didn't like how OpenPilot felt in this car, because it felt like it was using the standard acceleration brake from the truck, which is just too aggressive. So right now I'm just using my foot to gas and brake, and you can't tell when I hit the brakes on the screen. Yeah, OpenPilot did not, the stock OpenPilot version did not do this as far as I know. And the neat thing is that whenever there's somebody in my blind spot monitor, and it comes up, it gives a red line up on the screen. That person's turning. So let's see if is it steering? It should not be. I mean, the stock OpenPilot did not steer under 32 miles an hour. So let's see if it steers. Yep, it's steering. That's awesome. So stock OpenPilot did not steer under 32 miles an hour. FrogPilot does steer under 32 miles an hour, and that so now I am just using the gas and the brake to control my speed, but FrogPilot is steering the steering wheel. So yeah, this is much better than the stock OpenPilot. And so yeah, it's just driving right now, and I'm on the brake now. Push my foot on the brake pedal. Let's see here. When does it take over? Let's see. So. Oh my goodness gracious. This is just amazing. Let's see here. This is really hard. I'm going into the sun. 33 miles an hour, 32 miles an hour. And it is just doing it. It's a little bit on the inside. I wouldn't really, it's thinking this is a 2-lane road, but it's not really. It's just a wide 1-lane road. And I'm too close to the right edge, I think. Okay, so my review on FrogPilot is it's amazing. The only thing I really hate about it is that it's on my wife's vehicle and not mine. So I'm not going to get to use it as often as I'd like. But the driving experience so far has been fantastic. We're driving an hour away today, so I'll give an update on that. But right now it's just, it's nice because it takes the little bit of the load off the driver to where you don't have to be on point all the time. You're sitting there. If you need to take a drink, eat a hamburger or something like that, you're not having to drive with your knee, which is nice. So, and the other thing that people have said about it, which is nice, is that when you do grab the steering wheel and you take over, it's not fighting. On my daughter's Hyundai Sonata, the adaptive or lane keep assist, you fight it. Same thing with the original lane keep assist on the truck, it would fight you. This doesn't fight you. It realizes what you're doing and it just lets you do what you want to do. So it's really nice. You don't have that initial jerk that you have to fight. And like what people have said, it's like having another set of hands on the steering wheel that you just, they just go with you when you turn. So it's nice. My recommendation is don't walk, run to your nearest phone and buy one because they're amazing. It just makes driving, like George Holt says, just makes driving chill. You can just sit back, relax, and it's like you're a passenger sitting there just watching, making sure everything's okay. It's not end-to-end driving. It's not full self-driving. It's not any of that. It's really meant for the highway. And if you're in neighborhoods driving straight streets, it'll do what it'll keep you centered and everything, but it's not going to watch for pedestrians, and you still got to pay attention. So there's that liability that's on you. The hardest part about using OpenPilot is paying attention all the time. You have to keep paying attention, and you can't rely on it. You can't just think the software is going to work all the time. You still got to be there. So, but I love it.